We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Tight end's right.
Right! Like 20! Let's go, let's go!
Off play action. Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Good job.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Keenum, buying time, under pressure again, and down he goes again. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos send out their punter now. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Double tight. Hey.
180! 180!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Yeah, baby.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Double tight. 3 down.
180!
Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Tight on the right.
180! 180!
We got 3.
6!
Right here.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second.
Check fast.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape, and in previous games, it led them to believe that even in a...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They come out here. Janovic, the fullback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovic, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he's establishing the rhythm. Give it to him again and again. And how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
180! 180!
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And the ball is knocked out, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize
It's a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Double tight. 3 down.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Here we go.
On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
This is Breida. And he's going to fight fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Hey, Mike, 50.
They run. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Black 80! 180!
Get the ball.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to do? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
11.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
180! Black 80!
3 down.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Double tight. 3 down.
Here we go. 180! Say hot!
They'll try to run it with Morris. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Alfred Morris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold now out to kick it away. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Keenan going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry.
Blitz.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Check 83. Ball's going to 83. You don't want this.
The last play got just a yard. Here's
Hey,
2nd and 9 from the
let's go.
26.
Hey, orange! 40. Mary left!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
180!
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Run.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Two times.
Hey, orange, orange! Orange, orange! 22!
The throw on second down is Keenum. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing his Keenum on third down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as a fellow in the high school play.
You were a fellow?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On first down, it's Keenum. Throwing for his running back, he's got it incomplete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Out. 3 down.
Now they'll run the ball. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Double tight. 4 down.
22!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Hey. We got 3.
Wait, 20! Wait, 80! 11.
51's Mike.
Go ahead.
51. Ricky.
Set hunt!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Move it up, fellas.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
12.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Go ahead. Black!
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Hurry up! Hey, go!
51's Mike.
6!
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Rita. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
180! 180!
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And able to find Garcon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Garcon with his first grab, good enough for a first down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Black 80! 180!
3, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing out first is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so it doesn't get dropped.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Here's Keenan. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
No-no. Capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. To the right side, caught by Salad. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Garoppolo now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
What do you need? What do you need?
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll try to get a ground game going with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
3 down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
22! 22!
Throwing on 3rd down. Keenum steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's his 2nd miss of the game. They both hurt. This one especially so.
Yeah, you've got a chance to give your guys a second-half lead, and they're counting on you to put them in front. And I tell you, there's no one more disappointed than he is that he let his guys down.
We got 4. We got 4.
They go play action here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Like 20!
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Adding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. Kind of Daniel. We come up on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
We got three
And they'll
down,
bring him down
Hey,
at the
fellas, we got
13-yard
let's go.
line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Three.
Here we go. 180.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a pretty big 3rd down mistake right there.
No doubt about it, and everyone's going to be upset. But they have to get out of this now and go ahead and play. They could have someone come out with a big run the next down.
They'll run now with the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
180.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
180. 180. Set hunt.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Here we go. 180.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They roll again with Breida. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
White.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Garoppolo's going to throw it. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught by Saleh. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three. We got three.
Here we go. 180. Flag.
Check 4. Check 4. Check 24. Check 24. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Breida. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hey.
180.
We gotta stand up over there.
To throw is Garoppolo. And Saleh here, left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm
Say
down.
hot.
You don't know no better.
Say hot.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Say hot.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Say hot.
51's the Mike, boy. 51. I got you, boy.
And Charles, I
got you,
think
boy.
when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco,
All right. Get moving, men. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Set. Blue 90. Here we go
This
now.
one
Blue
is for
90.
goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, here we go. Green 39. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Double tight. Four down.
Tight. Green 80.
58's the mic. 58.
Green 80.
So a handoff looking at him. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Keep working,
A
baby. Keep
loss of a
working, fellas.
yard. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Now Hunt on the return. What a spin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Guys, double tight. Hey, boys, we got four down.
Now play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games? It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. You got to go with it there and in a big way.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, here we go. 3,
to throw on second down, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on third down, Lawrence. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Even. 4 down.
Tight. Blue 80.
Check 3.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Double tight.
Tight. Green 80.
4 down.
Game here with a tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One play at a time, guys. Let's go.
Man left. 4 down, 4 down.
Shot. Green 80.
I got 80.
Friday. Green 80. Shot.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Dude, we can't be stopped.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling. Those guys are interception to pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Here we go now. 319. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Throwing to his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch left.
Tight. 280.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And now running right through him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there on a big run. Wilson, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
4 down. Alert.
Throwing again. Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Shotgun.
escaping the pressure right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Double tight! Double tight! Hey, hurry up, here we go!
Here's Murray now. He's wanting to start the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Double tight! Hey, we are...
Play action. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Landry, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun!
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking deep for Gabriel. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Don't look at him. It's wide open. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2. But you give up the 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tight! Green 80! Check, 59. It's a party now! Woo!
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Tight! Buco team!
Now Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
4 down, 4 down.